On guys, Connor on Shane. We're back. I'm gonna be bringing up a bunch of Ordinals projects, just kind of going over. Over the last few weeks, Ordinals have been going nuts. Just want to bring up a bunch of top protocols, maybe a couple undervalued ones here. Just a little overview of what's been going on because again, Ordinals have been flying recently. For whatever reasons, outside of obviously Bitcoin, ETF, whatever has been going up. Some of these have been moving for other reasons as well. So let's just jump into it. So we got OMB, Ordinal Maxi Biz. So I don't know if you guys watched an old video that I talked about maybe, I don't even know, maybe a month ago, a little bit more than that, bringing up a bunch of these Ordinal projects. The floor prices have dramatically increased. So I think in the video when I talked about OMB, I think the market cap, or not even market cap, the floor price was sitting in between 0.4 to 0.6 Bitcoin. And right now they are sitting at 1.5 Bitcoin basically, which is right around $100,000, which is nuts. And I think part of the reason why they've pumped so much, is in another video I brought up that someone actually inscribed a bunch of, it looks like another Ordinal Maxi Biz project. Maybe it's like a second one, something like that. And I think the speculation has just been going nuts on them. So yeah, OMB, easily top project. That's a pretty hefty floor price right now for a single JPEG on Bitcoin. But at the same time, it's a JPEG on Bitcoin, guys. Come on. Come on. Don't play around. We got node monkeys as well. Node monkeys are node monkeys. The community's definitely a top community in the space right now. But even ever since launch, they have just been going crazy. 0.6, 0.1. They've climbed, they consolidated for a long time, and they've just absolutely ripped. They were at 0.8. I think literally, 4 or 5 days ago. And they're starting to dip because, again, whatever comes up eventually has got to come down. But dips like this are very healthy. There's no reason to just be panic selling, especially Ordinals projects. I feel like these are very long-term holds. If you're getting into some of these major ones as well, wherever you're going to get in, if you're still getting in, like, even very recently as of now, for crypto, again, the bull run is coming. It's on its way. We're already basically in the midst of it, but there is a lot more to come, So again, to be selling short term, I think you're kind of like cutting yourself short here. But Node Monkey is definitely a great community. I feel like a lot of ETH people, that was kind of like their introduction into Ordinals. And then obviously Bitcoin puppets, guys. Like this, I can't believe the floor price for a single puppet right now. I actually cannot believe how hard I faded Bitcoin puppets. These are on my timeline down here. In between 0.01, 0.02, 0.03 for a long time. They just continue to slowly climb, and they have just blown up lately. And I think, honestly, on a major dip, this is probably going to be something to get in. If for some reason this can come down under 0.1 Bitcoin, which I'm not saying it's going to, I don't know. I have a feeling that most of these Ordinal projects, these strong ones, are probably going to hold pretty well over the next few weeks to few months, unless Bitcoin decides to really take a nice hit, down to maybe mid 50s to 50K before we really break all-time highs. So if some sort of scenario like that happens, which again, I wouldn't be surprised if it does, I feel like maybe a lot of these projects might dip along with Bitcoin. Basically, like every market, every altcoin, every NFT, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to dip heavily because the market's basically panic selling. When we're still not even over all-time highs yet. We are still literally early. But Bitcoin puppets, easily a top community. I can't believe I faded the MOG Bitcoin puppets. They got puppets out here with Mog glasses. Let's see if we can find some. Because I know you gotta scroll a little bit for them. Yeah, like right here. Like, come on, bro. The fact that I faded that, I didn't get one of these. That's embarrassing on my end. But, anyways. So, yeah, Bitcoin puppets are killing it. NatCats. My throat's like drying up. We got NatCats here. NatCats are definitely one to watch. 100% right now. If you guys aren't familiar with like the DMT Nat ecosystem, shout out the Block Runner, for what they've been working on. Because it's kind of like an entirely whole new ecosystem on top of Bitcoin as well. I actually don't know too much about it myself, but I know enough about it to really not want to fade NatCats, especially at current levels. And again, these could continue to drop lower. I would not be surprised. And again, not for any good or bad reason. It's just, it's classic price action off new launches or, whatever it is. For this reason, for NatCats, they just got listed on Magic Eden. And what that means is before they were trading OTC, so it was very hard to get your hands on them. I actually was thinking about getting one OTC, but I personally just stay away from OTC trades in crypto, because bottom line, even if you guys are familiar and you've done OTC trades, I just find it way too risky, way too sketchy, depending on how it's done. So I will always stay away from that. That's just part of my, I don't know if you want to call it a strategy or just my thesis for crypto itself. But they got listed on Magic Eden, and their price, while in OTC trading, has been skyrocketing. It went from like a free mint, or not a free mint, I'm sorry. I think it was anywhere between maybe $20 to $50, upwards of maybe $100 to $200. I don't know for sure, but again, they are definitely an ordinal project. I don't think you should fade. They're the first. I don't even know too much about it. I think they have some info. The first art collection created from digital matter. So DMT, Nat, digital matter theory, unique traits generated autonomously through the Bitcoin blockchain. So yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, go watch the Block Runners YouTube channel. They have a lot of information, because it's, from what I know, that's literally their protocol and what they've been building and working on for a long time. Very interesting stuff. But this is the first art collection basically on a whole different kind of ecosystem on Bitcoin. That's like, in my opinion, it's kind of similar to being the first ordinal project on like another another ecosystem on Bitcoin, basically. It's not necessarily like that, but it's definitely just not one to fade, bottom line. And I wish I could explain it more, but just definitely please do your research with these. Very interesting. And OCM Genesis, guys. These have they've been starting to climb a little bit. Oh, let me check it out. On-Chain Monkey. On-Chain Monkey is definitely a goated community. They've done a lot for the ordinal space. Like they're honestly just a pretty historic collection. I'm pretty sure they were on ETH before and they actually bridged into ordinals. But they've been grinding for a long time. Let's shout out their community, guys. OCM is killing it. Then we got Bitcoin Punks, Bitcoin Frogs. We got a derivative. Puppet Maxi Biz. I can't believe the floor is at almost $900. That's wild. But honestly, I think the Maxi Biz art, whatever you want to call this kind of stuff, I think is so sick. I love this stuff. I do like the art for these. But yeah, as far as, gonna yawn real quick. All right, but as far as any other projects, one more I'm gonna mention here. And again, these are just some of the top projects that should be on your radar. You know, and depending on obviously like the amount of capital you have, you might be priced out of a lot of these. And again, even just to get for one NFT, you know, it can be pretty expensive, you know. So just make sure you're definitely sticking within a price range of, you know, risk to reward for yourself. Worst case, things do go south, things get bad. You know, you can withstand losing a little bit from it. Just don't ape your life savings into a JPEG, bottom line. But bitmaps, I feel like you can't go wrong. These are just a staple of the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem at this point in crypto. And they're actually at a pretty decent entry point. Now, obviously, the best entry would have been down here. But again, if we zoom out, when this is actually going to start ripping, you know, is it going to matter if you bought at this pixel on my screen or this pixel? Because it's probably going to go like this. Boom, boom. They're probably going to fly pretty hard eventually. So I don't think it's going to matter too much. Again, when you play the long-term game, that's mainly what I'm talking about here. But that's what I got for you guys today. Keep a lot of these on your radar, because honestly, if I do another update video talking about these in like another month or two, I guarantee the floor prices are going to, they literally could double, triple from where they're at now, if not do 5 to 10x more. You know, this is going to be a historic run for NFTs on Bitcoin. Like, that's where your attention should be. If you're still into NFTs on other chains, I firmly believe you got to be paying attention to Ordinals. If not, at least have a few Ordinals, even just one. Just exposure to Ordinals, I think, is going to be like your best asymmetric bet in this bull run. I have no doubt in my mind. So that's just a little update I wanted to drop for you guys. Check these projects out. You can look them up on Twitter as well. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.